all I can say about what just happened in college football. Here, UCLA, there, LSU.
Yeah, the revolt against the athletic directors.
Yeah, let's just talk about what just happened. This cauldron of controversy at UCLA. 63 former legendary UCLA players have signed a letter given to the chancellor, Julio Fink, demanding the firing of the athletic director, Martin Jarman, for his failure in all the hirings, starting with Chip Kelly through to Sean Foster, the fact they've accumulated $216 million in debt, the decisions made to destroy the Pac-12 conference to go to the Big Ten where they can't compete. The ringleader of this whole thing is Troy Aikman. These people are very influential. All UCLA football alums, most of whom have played in the National Football League. Second story is at LSU. We talked last week about the firing of Brian Kelly, the utter failure. It has been one legal cheap shot after another since Kelly cleaned out his desk and left on Sunday night. Columnists in New Orleans and in Baton Rouge started calling Brian Kelly a caustic carpetbagger, that he was phony. He tried to portray himself as a good old boy, you know? Y'all having a good time? Guy who came from South Bend at Notre Dame. And obviously they were really enraged at his treatment of players. Some of the families have reacted, etc. Very ugly story. The governor has taken control of all this at Louisiana State. He's the one that brought the Brian Kelly thing to a head. And now the governor is overseeing the formation of a search committee that will exclude the athletic director. And he went public yesterday and said, I do not want Scott Woodward to have any input. Scott Woodward is the one that hired Brian Kelly, gave him a 10-year contract, owes him $54 million. And by the way, Scott Woodward is also the one, before that was at Texas A&M, that gave Jimbo Fisher a contract that had a $93 million buyout, saying Scott Woodward should not be making decisions any longer at LSU. So we got this uproar at UCLA, the fallout at LSU, which most people think is one of the really elite jobs in college football, that there are going to be changes in terms of who's making the decision. What do you think about what's gone on at UCLA and the latest fallout at LSU?
Well, the LSU story, it just reminds me of, like, remember the movie Waterboy?
Yeah.
You know, it was like a Louisiana college football team. And here you got the governor coming in and saying, we're going to find the new coach. That athletic director can't do it. You know, it's talking about good old boys and talking about a governor that understands the importance of football in the society of Louisiana and how important this is. It's almost like, like a Dukes of Hazzard episode or something. So this is funny, to me. But normally, let's set aside the fact that these were monster contracts to Brian Kelly and Jimbo Fisher. Most people don't get fired for hiring Brian Kelly and Jimbo Fisher in those situations. It's just that they both bombed. The contracts were too insane. It's all these guaranteed deals that are so crushing. And people have very little patience, for coaches. When their program ain't winning, all those boosters are calling.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, get the governor on this. Otherwise, we're going to vote him out of office. And I'm sure that's a lot of that going on. And then the whole UCLA thing, Jarman's been under fire for a while now. And we've been hearing this chirping about, Troy Aikman and all the old Bruin alumni. I don't know, but it felt like Tim Skipper got the ship righted, but they're still down on it, right?
But they got their doors blown off at Indiana. So it's the same old, same old. Yeah. Did they upset Penn State? That was a shocker of all time. But at the end of the day, next game up, they got creamed.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. But I'm just saying, when they were 0-3, it was disaster city.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're sort of getting their head back to sort of even water level.
We'll see where this one goes. Okay, you got an opinion? UCLA, LSU, jump on board. Fans Forum chat box is open. We go from